Hello students, today we'll discuss our worksheet 40 and the chapter is lesson 9, force and laws of motion. Today we'll discuss the second law of motion. As we know that whenever an unbalanced force is there to move an object, so we can also measure the force involved in it. But how to calculate this force? So we will understand it that in this worksheet. So as we know that according to the second law of motion, the rate of change in momentum. The rate of change in momentum is directly proportional to the unbalanced force, and that too in the direction of force. And this law again gives a new term which is known as, what is that term known as? Momentum, and it is represented by the symbol P. And as we know, it is a vector quantity. So that means being a vector quantity, its direction is in the direction of velocity, means the direction in which the velocity is acting. So the momentum is also in the same direction. Now what is the SI unit? The SI unit of momentum is kilogram meter per second. As we know that momentum is the product of mass and velocity, and it also gives the amount of force applied on an object by equating it to the rate of change of momentum, and that we will calculate when we'll see the second law of motion. Now let us see how we can mathematically derive the second law of motion. So to understand the second law, consider that a body of mass m is moving in a straight line and initial velocity is u. Suppose the force applied is F, and this force is applied for a time t in which the velocity changes from u to v. So initial momentum calculated will be, as we know, it is written as P1 is equals to m into u. U means initial velocity, and final momentum is P2, that is equals to mass into velocity. Now what will be the change in momentum? So change in momentum is P2 minus P1, and this is P2, that is mv minus mu. In both P1 and P2, m is common, so we take m outside the bracket, m v minus u. This is the change in momentum, and if we see the rate in change, so this is to be divided by time, and this rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the force applied according to second law of motion. So if we write F is directly proportional to m, and as we know this rate of change of velocity is acceleration, so F is equals to m into a. Or when this proportionality sign is converted into equal sign, a digit k is written k into m into a, and when the value of k is equals to 1, so F will be therefore equal to m into a, and this is the mathematical calculation of second law of motion. So hope student it must be clear to you. Now let us see some example related to this second law of motion. Now first example is, as we see that in long jump or high jump, what the athletes do, they made a fall either on a cushion bed or a sand bed. And second is when a karate player, as you all must have seen that when a karate player breaks a slab of stone with a single block or single hand. Third example, if we see, is a cricket ground when gradually a fielder pulls his hand backward while catching the moving ball, as we must have observed during watching the cricket match. And fourth is the bullet harms only when it is fired from the gun. Now let us see an example. A force acts on an object of mass 5 kg, means mass is 5 kg, for it increases the velocity from 3 to 7 meter per second. 3 meter per second is initial velocity, that is u, and 7 is v. And first find out the amount of force applied, and in second case, if this force is applied for 5 seconds, then we have to calculate the final velocity. Now let us first of all do the first part, that is we can calculate the amount of force applied. So as we know, u is 3, v is 7, time is 2 seconds, mass is 5 kg. So applying the formula, as we know, F is equals to m into a, or F is equals to mv minus u upon t. So putting the values, mass is 5 kg into v is 7 minus u is 3 upon time is 2 seconds. So this will give you 5 into 3 minus 7 gives 4 upon 2. It cancels out, so 5 2s are 10 Newton. So in this way we have got this answer, 10 Newton. This is the force applied. Now we will calculate the second part, that is if this force is applied for 5 seconds, then what will be the final velocity. Again, time we know is given 5 seconds. So applying the formula, F is equals to mv minus u upon t. So F t will be equal to mv minus mu. So we have to calculate the final velocity. Force, as we have calculated, is 10. So 10 into time given is 5 seconds. This will be equal to mass is 5 into this velocity we have to calculate, and initial velocity is, mass is again 5 into initial velocity is 3 meter per second. So 50 will be equal to 5v minus 15. So when we carry out this minus 15 to left hand side, it will become plus. So 50 plus 15 will be equal to 5v, or this is 65 upon 5 will be equal to v, and v comes out to be 13 meter per second. So in this way we can calculate the final velocity. So hope students this must be clear. Now let us see the question answers. First, derive the mathematical form of second law of motion. So we have just seen here the second law of motion. What will be the momentum of the car parked on roadside? So as the car is parked means velocity is 0, so the momentum will be 0. In third question, mass given is 100 kilograms and the velocity is increased from 5 to 8 meter per second in 6 seconds. So find out the amount of force acting on it. So we have given mass given is 100 kg, u is 5 meter per second, v is 8 meter per second, time given is 6 seconds. So we have to calculate force direct via applying the formula mv minus u upon t. So m is 100 into v is 8 minus 5 upon 6. So this will be equal to 100 into 8 minus 5 gives you 3 upon 6. So 3 1s are 3, 3 2s are 6, 250. So the answer will be 50 Newton. So in this way we can calculate the force applied for third question. Now let us see the fourth question. The fourth question says a truck of mass 1000 kilogram is moving with a velocity of 0.5 meter per second. So calculate the momentum. Mass given is 1000 kilogram and velocity given is 0.5 meter per second. 0.5. So momentum we know is equals to mass into velocity, that will give you 1000 into velocity is 0.5. So when we remove this point, it comes out to be 10. So answer will be 500 kilogram meter per second. So this is the answer for our fourth question. And fifth question, define momentum and also write its SI unit. So SI unit we have just seen here, kilogram meter per second. And how to define this momentum? Momentum P is the product of its mass and velocity, and it is written as P is equals to M into V, and its SI unit is kilogram meter per second. So hope students this worksheet is clear, simple, easy. You can easily do it and have a confidence in you. So hope you must have enjoyed watching this video and complete your work, your question answers. Try to do simple numericals from the books. So thank you for watching this video.